I'm out here in the chicken yard, as you can hear in the background, after yet another sticky snow. We've had a pretty decently strong winter, and I thought since I have not made a video in a little while, I would break the ice on all that again by doing a little update on our chicken system in the winter. It seems to be a crowd favorite, and I'd like to share a couple quick notes before I get into that. The first thing is a really big thank you to our members. It's been hard to make the time and energy to try to think through things that are really special for our member folks. So for those of you that have been part of the YouTube channel as a member for a while, we really appreciate you. That direct support is very helpful in keeping me motivated to do this work. I'm going to be sending a message out to members in the next day or so asking for questions. It's been a long time since I've done a live question and answer session. I'd like to get questions from our members specifically that I can try to answer in a live format. Keep an eye out for that. It'll be coming up soon enough. For now, let's look at this chicken system. We've got our cold winter moments here in central New York. You can hear underfoot the grindy snow there. And our winter run, which if you remember from past videos, is made out of a carport that was sitting in our neighbor's landscape with salvaged greenhouse plastic. It's a rough looking situation as far as the structure, but it's been here for 4 or 5 years now, and it creates a really beautiful warm space inside that allows our hens to be browsing all sorts of fresh enough for them compost food scraps from a couple local sources. We've got some milk that was left over that wasn't really appropriate for us to drink anymore, but the hens are enjoying some completely thawed out milk in this space. And these two moms with their little babies, this little crew of Saramas that are in here, they're really enjoying how warm it is and how sheltered and comfortable. It also keeps their drinking water thawed out. I'm going to get into that in a moment. And I'll show the process of turning some of this compost. There is an immense amount of latent heat in here. It might not look like it because it's all leveling out, but there's many yards of finishing compost on the far end that are quite steamy, which I'll dig into in a moment. And this space, so long as things are in here and we close the flaps in the evening, retains enough warmth to keep everything from freezing and to actually allow sprouting to happen from these soaked seeds. So it's a nice system. We even have this really simple thing. I got a bunch of these sturdy plastic containers off of Facebook Marketplace. Someone was getting rid of them. This is buried in the compost. So it's got heated compost or heated compost all around it, and an old scrap garden hose which goes back and out, buried under the compost here so it doesn't freeze, and goes back over to this rain tank attached to the house. So anytime the snow melts and there's water going into the rain tank, it can freely flow through the hose and come into this with the lid on. So this is a compost heated water container. It's not piping hot by any stretch, but even when it's getting down very far below freezing outside, with the flaps closed and the lid on top and the compost heating from the side, we can get fresh rain collected drinking water for the hens or for soaking seeds. It's really helpful to have thawed water in a chicken system, and this does so without any electricity or fossil fuels. At the moment, a lot of the hens and some of the little baby roosters are hanging out in the coop just because it's on the colder side, but I'm going to go ahead and set up the tripod and do some turning in here, release some steam and some winter interest for these hens. This end is really starting to get closer and closer to being ready, and we'll just keep piling everything down on this end, letting the hens kick it apart, pile it up. We can sift bones and sticks into containers and take that out, and then this can either be mulch in the spring or sifted for use in seed starting mix if we need that. It's got a really nice aroma. It's probably about 80 or 90 degrees would be my guess. I don't have a temperature probe, but you can see the steam coming off. A lot of times what ends up being the nicest spot both for worms and for sprouts is where areas bump up against wood. So there's kind of like a harder to dig into spot for the hens. This spot in here, you can see all the sprouts that are going along, and that's with freezing weather outside and snow and all those complexities. So we can just keep adding that, turning it down into the system and letting them get access That's a nice scene for chickens in the winter in a cold climate, to be sure. This white hen got there before I had a chance to film them, but there were a bunch of worms moving around in there too. Nice and healthy. We add a lot of charcoal from our wood stove, which helps absorb a lot of excess nutrient. You can see it all throughout here, slightly crushed, and that'll absorb the nutrients, some aroma and odors, and charge itself so that it's biochar for the spring. You can see how many different turnings happened in here, because each time it's turned, the sprouts had to reorient and go a different direction. So this has been turned around a bunch of times, and we'll pile it up just enough to let the hens kick it back apart and scrounge around for what they're looking for. And of course they can just simply eat the food scraps that were dumped in here too. So this is all fresh as of yesterday. And they'll peck through and just eat a lot of the quinoa and rice and greens and those sorts of things. Whatever they don't eat gets folded into the flow, warmed up, and then earthworms will start to eat it up. Of course, none of this is that new for folks that have enjoyed the channel for a while, but it's always nice to just see that the things that worked in the past are still working pretty nicely, and there are no major upgrades or updates that need to be reported on this system because it just works fine enough. A scavenged carport holds a bunch of hens with compost, and greenhouse plastic covers it fine enough to do that basic work. The whole cost of this was under $10. It's been in service, I think, for 5 winters now. Really pleased with it. The idea of a covered space for chickens in the winter months is quite useful, especially in colder and snowy climates. That's enough of me chatting about all this, so I'm just going to switch over to Chicken TV for folks that might want to see some hens enjoying some luxuriant situations in a cold winter moment.